Now, the last time Yuzuru Hanyu competed in this building, this happened. Yeah, still feel the impact. Warm up for Grand Prix China in Shanghai. Yen Han, full-on collision. They lay on the ice for several minutes, eventually skated. Yuzuru Hanyu fell 5 times during that free skate.
It is so hard to watch.
And some of the authorities were criticized for allowing him to go on and skate. Anyway, it took some time, really much of the season, to fully come back from that. Here he is, trying to defend his world title, the Olympic champ, Yuzuru Hanyu, the 20-year-old from Sendai, Japan, in first place, a little more than 2 points ahead of Fernandez.
He has 2 quads planned.
One of the few men that do 2 different quads. He'll open with the quad Sal.
Only a double. He needed 2 more rotations there.
Didn't finish that back inside edge on the left foot to really get that nice solid takeoff point for that quad, but he has to get it back together for the quad toe here. Had a similar problem in the short program, just not getting all the way up into that jump, not utilizing his full reach back on the takeoff.
It's just been a year of hiccups for Hanyu. If you think about it, the injuries, that infamous crash, and also just newly crowned Olympic champion. He now has to wear that title, and a lot of pressures come along with that.
And I certainly think that there is a level of exhaustion. I mean, I performed with Yuzu through Japan last summer, and he was nonstop. Monday, film a commercial. Tuesday, do this appearance. Then do a show. Then train a little bit. With no real vacation since the Olympic Games, he's got to be running on fumes at this point.
Different mindset, I'm sure, once you're the Olympic champion, and he is the only Olympic gold medalist in the field at the World Championships this time around. These elements are now in the second half of the program, 10% bonus. He needs all of them.
Triple axels back to back, that one in sequence. Triple axel, half loop, triple Sal. Such a talented jumper.
See by the technical score that Yuzuru is behind current leader Dennis 10 as far as technical elements are concerned. He's going to have to rely mainly on his cushion from the short program, his grade of executions, how well he completed the elements that he did complete, and of course his program component scores, which Dennis 10 was pretty strong at too.
Everybody on their feet in Shanghai.
I'm not sure that's going to be a winning world performance. We have to worry about 10, but also Hobby's up next.
Look out. You might get hurt if you're out there.
By a Winnie the Pooh plush toy.
It's dangerous to be a flower girl.
I think there's going to be a shortage of Winnie the Pooh stuffed animals now.
Yuzuru Hanyu. Tara, you mentioned it. You know how it is to win an Olympic gold medal, how difficult it would be to go out and compete at the highest level the very next year.
I've never done it. I retired right away. But even what Johnny said, just you keep going, doing the shows, there's never a time for that letdown, and I think he needs that.
Not only the Olympic champ, but the defending champion at Worlds. Quite a scene. Much different than the last time he visited this building.
And here was that opening quad toe. I love Yuzu's style of skating. He's just wild, and I wouldn't want to change it because it's mesmerizing to me when he does hit it, like right here. Just the jumps are huge and big, but sometimes on his landings, they get a little lax, and he lets go, and you need that tension to follow through.
But his 2 triple axel passes in the second half of the program like this, triple axel half loop, triple sow cow, were so impressive. And so important after he did miss those quads. But, you know, despite being Olympic champion, we forget he's still young. He's still learning how to have technique as an adult. But he did fine.
All right, into first place. Remember the cushion that he had over Dennis 10, better than 9 points. So the number for the free skate not as high as 10's, but it's good enough to put Hanyu on top and 10 into second.
Now he has to worry about his training meet.
Yelling for his training mate right now. That's such an odd situation, isn't it? And if you're Brian Orsi, you go from one to the next. He's gotten used to it. He pulls it off, obviously, but boy, that's got to be an odd feeling.